wasikudanganya sayako imepitia.
What happened there? I need that.
Shikilia hadithi ya ushindi yako, watu hawajasikia. Najua unapambana ingawa upinzani mekushika mkononi, bado moyo wako warudia. Nasonga mbele hata giza kinitesa. Nasonga mbele, najua mwanga wanilinda. Nasonga, sitakubali kuzama.
If you're out there, let me know who's here.
Nasonga mbele. Wajua nasikia siku za usoni wakitaja jina lako pia.
Greetings. Hello, Earthlings, people of the world, fans, fanatics, good people. I'm going to the wrong place. Scrolling ticker, come on in. Had all this time to get everything ready and still forgot to turn that on. I'm Planet Mitch, GiveawayRocket.com. Today is contest review day. Woohoo! Very exciting because I actually have a campaign to review, and actually somebody popped in another one just a few minutes ago, and so potentially I will have two to talk about. Let me know if you're here. Love hearing comments, love knowing who's here, who's paying attention. Knock, 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 is this here? Couple of interesting little tidbits. This morning, Gabe Schillinger posted a video. I will post a link in the comments. Let's see if I can do that really fast. If I copy his link. Okay, it was 9 hours ago he posted it. Gabe is a guy that... oops, not that. Paste. Gabe's a guy that has been featured in Upviral before, because the last campaign that he did with Upviral, he generated over $200,000 in sales, and so that's kind of a really cool thing. He got 40,000 leads and $200,000 in sales. The video he posted, if you see it, let me know. Are you guys there? I know there's people there, but I'm just checking to make sure that all the technology is working. It is seem to be working. You guys can hear me, right? Anybody there? Tap. Is this on? But in the comments is... Oh, Art's here. Hi, Art. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate that. So I have two campaigns to review today. Hopefully I can get both of those in. The first one, Michael is from Sweden and has asked me for some feedback on his campaign, and I gave him some initial feedback, and he's like, holy cow. It is a live campaign, so obviously he needs some help right now. Excuse me, I didn't test my voice very well before I started today. And he's here. Hi. There's Michael. Am I saying that right, or is it Mikhail? Sweden. I think you're from Sweden. But we're going to dive into that in just a second. One of the things that I do want to mention, because, hey, I have to make money and I have to feed my family and stuff as well. But if you are a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, struggling to build your email list, I want you to think about checking out the giveawayrocket.com/join, which is my Movers Mastermind, which I'm talking to Mikhail about. Mikhail? I never know how to say these things. I'm sorry. You know, we Americans, we don't know all the different languages. I'm cold today. I have my sweatshirt on. inside the Movers Mastermind, what we are doing is we are helping everybody that is a member create their campaign and run it, find out what's working, what's not working, how to make it run better, to run the next campaign better. It's hands-on. It's a scheduled 2-hour question and answer twice a week, diving into everybody's campaign. Mike is fine, thank you. That solves that problem, doesn't it? Thanks. But the idea behind the Movers Mastermind, and I called it Movers specifically because I want you moving forward in your business. So many of us are struggling, and I'm raising my hand because I'm still struggling too in terms of doing marketing, growing my business, growing my list. Now, I have over 250,000 proven emails in my UpViral campaigns, but almost all of those were for clients. They weren't for me. And so I'm still building my list, growing my business, trying to help entrepreneurs, business people to grow contests, or to grow their email list through contests and now viral challenges, which is a different way of doing things that many people, we could talk about for hours. I love all this stuff. But inside the Movers Mastermind, what I'm trying to do is to get people to move. I have 2 slots left at the $97 a month rate. I'm doubling the price. I really should be charging about $400, $500 a month, I swear, because the amount of value that these people are getting when they join the mastermind is insane. And each one of them would tell you that. AJ's first campaign that he did with us brought in 1,300 leads. He's starting his second campaign. We're not just doing one campaign and then quitting. We are building and building and building. He's going to launch his second campaign this week. Tom ran his first campaign, got 5 leads. Second campaign got 134. We talked about that yesterday, 134. Tens of thousands of leads? No, but he's very excited to have 134 leads, and we are going to build on that and run that campaign again, figure out what worked, what didn't work. All kinds of people. Jen's running her first campaign. Tiffany's going to start hers. Rita is running her campaign right now. Jason ran his first campaign and is building 2 to launch next week for clients. We are moving. If you come into the Movers Mastermind, you are going to freaking move. I'm tired of people, I'm again, raising my own hand, of people not taking action and moving forwards. That's the entire point here. All right, now, and Tiffany's going to do a challenge, by the way, as opposed to just a pure contest. So we're doing both challenges and contests inside the Movers Mastermind. All right. Now, if I were totally prepared like I should be, I would have this screen up and running, and actually I kind of sort of do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over and show you Mike's campaign. And look, it's small and tiny. So what I got to do is I got to do this. Now, there you go, right? Everybody can see that. And Mike and I have already chatted a little bit. I gave him a quick mini review, and then it dawned on me that I was doing this doing this show today, because today's Wednesday, and I usually do reviews. So I've already told him, and he already agrees that this background image here is killing him. And now, this campaign is live, so this is a live campaign, even though I'm using a test link. I've already registered, so I needed to make... Anyway. Cannot have a campaign where the users can't read the words. Now, this is a pretty fascinating product that he's working on here. And I'm just going to show you briefly what the campaign is. The world's first slosh and noise-free bottle for runners. Apply now to become a test pilot and get early access. and here's a picture of the bottle. I'm not quite sure what that is. I mean, it's the details of what's inside the bottle. Do I need to know that right now? I don't know. Apply now and get your hands on a Run bottle before the official launch in October 2020. Apply now. What I told him already is that this is, he said the word apply. Mike, you've said the word apply a couple of times. And to me, an application is going to be where I'm going to submit my name, and I am going to possibly put in some information about me, my runner status, how often I run, some of those kind of things. I'm just sort of feeling what this page is telling me. And so when I click this button right now, what it does is it pops up this box. It says name and email, right? It doesn't have any other text. That's okay. I don't have a problem with that. Most of the templates would have some text up here, but that's okay if you get rid of it, because theoretically I should already know what the offer is. Now, if I scroll down, it says we have a limited quantity. Be fast and secure your chance to be selected. All we want in return is your honest review. Now, theoretically, I don't have to see anything else below the page because I've already been presented with the Apply Now button, and some people may not scroll down. So the top section should be giving me enough information to understand what the offer is. Now, even if I come down here and read some more, that's okay. I've done that on plenty of campaigns. I'm not saying this is bad. But you cannot make the assumption that people are going to scroll down. They have to have enough information before the first opt-in to be able to make a decision. Because that's what, if you go back to the above the fold concept for newspapers, was that when the paper is folded in half, the top page had to be enough information to get somebody to buy the thing, right? We do, of course, go and flip to see what's on the bottom sometimes. But the above the fold concept is that they have to have enough information in the top section to be able to make a decision. I don't, and because I know a little bit more about what's going to come up, I don't feel like this is enough information to get me to understand totally what the offer is. And I'll show you why in just a second. I think it's a great idea. Don't get me wrong. It's a fantastic idea, and it could be earth-shattering for many people who run. I'm not one of those people. I've got a bad knee that needs replacement. And Mike, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Or Art or anybody else that's here tuning in. And the idea here is that I'm not trying to be mean. I meant to say this before. I'm not trying to be mean. The idea is to give serious consideration of what the page is so that Mike can get more leads for his campaign. That's all we're here for. What is the difference between a Run bottle and all other bottles? 100% slosh and bounce free, silence, no noise, automatic water flow for easy and secure hydration without tilting your head and losing your balance. Now, these are things that I think are very critical to the decision of this. Now, if I'm just coming in fresh and I don't know anything, now that I know something, it's a little bit harder to do. But this is the advice that I give everybody that's running a campaign. Take off your hat of, what the offer is, because you built it, all the details. You take all that stuff off and come in here and look at this, if you can do it, as if you have no clue what the offer is. And that's usually how I come in and look at an offer, because I don't have any clue. In this case, I happen to have gone through it, so I know a little bit. Okay? So one of the best pieces of advice I can give you. In yesterday's Mover Mastermind, for example, Christina, who is new, joined us and presented her campaign that she is attempting to launch. And she and I struggled a bit about the concept of looking at the page as if you have no clue of what the offer is. Every time then there were a couple of us that were confused, tried to help her understand where the confusion was. She's like, okay, just tell me how to fix it. I'm like, wait, time out. You got to understand where people are coming from. If you can grasp that somebody doesn't have a clue what the offer is, then you can look at your page in a much better way. Now imagine, this says the world's first slosh and noise-free bottle for runners. Now it's a good hint, if I could read it behind the image. It's a good hint of what we're talking about. But if I had this section, what is the difference between a run bottle and all other bottles? 100% slosh and bounce free, silent, and automatic water flow. Now I know you kind of said these two things above. Why not put the automatic water flow in here? That's what separates you. You've decided these are the things that separate you from everybody else. That needs to be above the fold. That's got to help people understand how radically different this water bottle is. I'm not sure the picture is helping you in this case. It's taking up a lot of space, and obviously we gotta figure out what a better image is here. But I'm not sure this large bottle image, other than I can kind of sort of see how it's being done, I'm not sure that is the convincing thing. I'm thinking that these things are more important. I also think that, let's go further. Remember this in your head, where what you're seeing here. There are these 3 videos I told Mike that they need to be wider. They may look good okay on a smartphone, but they need to be wider for a desktop. And a smartphone, it should adjust. And so we now know that there's going to be a launch in October 2020. Well, it's already September or whatever. So that's okay. Now, let's dive into the second page. I'm going to click apply now. I'm going to put in my name, which is, of course, Mitch, and my email address, which is, of course, planetmitch@giveawayrocket.com. There are no terms and conditions here to select, but there probably should be. And then I'm going to click submit. Now, one of the things that I like to tell people on a share page is to acknowledge that your application or your name is in. So it does say, thank you for your application, but again, it's completely hidden by the picture. The bigger words, and so most people aren't going to even see this, the bigger words are share with your friends to increase your chance of winning. Now, whoa, hold on, time out. Here's my confusion. And I assume that many of you that are looking are also confused, because what the first page talked about was an application with no details about what I was really applying for. So in many cases, I'm probably not going to apply because I don't understand what the offer is from the front page. Now, here I am that you're asking me to share with my friends to increase my chance of winning. Winning what? And you're asking me to do something that I don't understand yet. And so this is, Mike, hopefully this is making sense, but nobody from the front page understands that that was a contest. That the application was a limited, you did say there's a limited number, but you didn't say how people are going to be selected. You didn't say that it was a contest at all. And now what you're doing is you're just instantly slamming something at them that says, share with your friends, and it's in big, bold letters. But they didn't know they were going to even be asked to do that, which is, I get kind of wrapped up in some of this. And I stop breathing. And so I don't yet understand the offer. I really still don't understand the offer, because I was asked to apply, and now I'm being told that it's a contest. I did say limited chances or limited number. Now, what I could have assumed from the first page with the limited number was that everybody that puts in their application is going to be accepted until we run out. That's kind of the way my brain looked at it the first time. Limited number means the first 100 are going to be accepted and they're going to get a bottle sent to their house. There wasn't any conversation either about whether or not it was going to be free. It did say all we're looking for is your review. Where am I going to put the review? Is it going to be used in, where? All that kind of stuff came off of the front page that I had still confusion about, and I still am confused when I get here. But you're asking me to share this, even though I don't totally understand what's going on. What I'm trying to tell you, Mike, is that the offer has to be really freaking clear. A, before I sign up, and B, when I get here, I understand, oh, well, now sharing with my friends is going to increase my chance of winning. Now I understand what the goal here is. All right? Trying to slow down. I get wound up about this stuff, and I don't breathe. Now, I'm going to ignore this for just a second, but typically what I would do would be to click on the Facebook link to see the sharing image, but I'm not going to do that yet. As I scroll down, it says I have 25 points. Now, I know I've already clicked on this one because there's no points listed here, so I've already gotten those 20 points. So you gave me 5 points for signing up. Now I have 25 points. Each friend that signs up gives you 20 points. Great. My recommendation would be that you bump that up a whole bunch. Typically, what I'm suggesting is 50 points or 100 points for referring friends, because that's the gold for you. That's the thing that we really want people to do, is to refer their friends. And now, down at the bottom, there is this. And now I happen to know that this is incentives for sharing. But because I know that, imagine, again, taking off my hat of what anybody that's just coming into this and doesn't understand UpViral and doesn't understand the offer. I'm scrolling down and I suddenly get to this verified runner 25 out of 50. Huh? Well, I don't understand what this is. Robin's here. Hi, Robin. With periods in between all the letters. And the period and the exclamation point are redundant, aren't they? I don't know. But Mike, nobody understands what these things are. What's a verified runner? What is that? I know, because I know UpViral, you're giving me an incentive to try to get to 50 points before that's unlocked. But my hat that says I don't know what's going on, you just threw this at me and I have no clue what it is. Now I see early access Run Bottle product launch. I still don't know what that is. That takes 100 points to get that. And then there's another one, because I've made this small. Early access to product launch plus VIP discount. What's that? What's the VIP discount? Why would I want that? Why do I want any of this? We cannot assume that people understand these offers. They don't understand why they need 100 points to get this. You haven't explained anywhere what these things are and why they want to earn those things. You can't throw an incentive at me if I don't know what it is. If you throw a smartphone at me, I know what that is and I certainly would try to work for it. But early access to the Run Bottle product launch, what does that mean? Why would I try to spend any time working for it if I don't understand what it is? Oh, and look, there's a leaderboard for pro runners. I don't know what this is. I know what a leaderboard is, okay? But I don't know why it's here. Is somebody that has the most points going to get something? Terms and conditions. Oh, look, there's terms and conditions. By applying, you have the chance to become a test pilot for Run Bottle and get early access. You also confirm you're allowed to send updates and exclusive no obligations. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. It's a nice, tidy little disclaimer, but it doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't tell me how many people are going to get access to the run bottle. It doesn't tell me what the physical, are you going to send it to me? Do I have to spend money on you shipping it to me? Is the United States eligible? Is Sweden eligible? Is Angola eligible? Who's eligible to get this? Is it anybody? What are the chances of winning? How many are you giving away? How many? There's no information here. And I'm not trying to be mean, but people look for this stuff. They want to understand what the offer is. I had I'm not going to get to that. We had another conversation about templates and how they look. Let's not dive into that. Many of you have heard my conversation about UpViral templates. But so let's say I click on this Facebook thing, and over here on the right hand side, it tells me I have to log in. So I'm going to take this off screen because I'm pretty sure you can't see it, but I screwed up once before. So let me do Facebook. Why is that not working right? All right, Facebook password. Jeez. Why was that wrong? All right, let me bail out. That is in Chrome. That's not right. All right, what's wrong? You entered an old password. Oh, I changed my Facebook password the other day. That's right. I forgot. All right, we'll do a little cheating. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that because I know over in Safari I am currently logged into Facebook, so I'm going to just pretend we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this again. And what we're doing, by the way, is what I did was I copied the referral URL. And what I'm going to do is give myself some referral points. We're going to test to make sure that works. You always want to test to make sure that referral points get added. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do Planet Mitch, and I'm going to do my Gmail account, and I'm going to do submit. All right. You have points. 5 points, any friend that gives me 20 points. So let me scroll back over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh this. And because this is Chrome, you can't tell, but this is Chrome. So now I have 45 points. All right, good. So that worked. Yay. Way to go. It should work. All right, but over here I can click on the Facebook. And since I'm logged in, I don't have to do that goofy login thing. And I know that they resized this. Let's see. Can I move it over? Yes, I can. All right. Now, many of you have seen me rant about the Facebook share image. And I'm going to rant again because I like it. How are we doing, Mike? Are we doing all right? Is this helping? Is this giving you the willies such that you hate my guts? What's it doing? When you do a social sharing image, you've got to be able to grab somebody and get them to stop scrolling. That's your first and major job here. Now, pretend people don't see the text, because they may or may not see the text. The image is the most important thing. Smart Shake Run Bottle. Now, if you're scrolling on your phone or on your desktop and you see this image, thank you, Mike. I'm going to tell you all what Mike said. Mike said, yes, a lot to work with. When you see this image, or when somebody sees this image, they cannot think, oh, that's an ad. That's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this. Okay, water bottle. I'm moving on. I don't care. There's nothing in here that stops me other than she's an attractive young lady. As a photographer, by the way, this image drives me crazy because of the rule of thirds. I'll give you 10 seconds on this. She is running out of frame. There is all of this space over here with nothing in it. And she is running out of frame instead of running into the frame. Her body should be over on this side of the page, running into the frame. And there should be some text over here talking about the smart bottle. So, in the photography world, this is a no-no because this person is running away. This person is leaving the frame as opposed to coming into the frame. The idea is that we don't like people leaving, right? We want people joining. She is leaving the frame. This is not what I would call as the way it's framed. Now maybe there's more to the image that we just don't see. But this gives a negative connotation of somebody leaving as opposed to somebody joining. But in terms of a contest or something that we want people to grasp, there is nothing in here that's going to stop me because my first impression is this is an ad for some kind of a runner's bottle because I see run bottle. Smart Shake. I mean, I know you've thought a lot about your branding, but Smart Shake to me, the initial thing that says to me is what I had for my breakfast, which I mean, I had a shake for my breakfast. That feels, the brand name kind of feels, and I know I'm not trying to hurt your branding or anything, but that kind of feels like some kind of a sports drink or, nutrition drink or something. And maybe that's what your brand is, Smart Shake, but you're now adding this bottle to the process. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. But the first thing that I see here is an ad. And so I'm scrolling past it. What I tell people to do is if you're running a contest, put the word win. Put the word enter to win. Put the prize, $1,000 or whatever. Get people to stop and pay attention. Mike says we started with shakers. Okay. Good. See? Smart brand. But hopefully you get the idea that this image, I like to say this is about 25% of the value of your entire campaign. If people share this, which is what you're asking people to do, and this image does not stop Betty Lou as she's scrolling, and let's assume Betty Lou is this young lady that's your perfect client. If this image and the text inside the image don't stop her, she's going to keep on going and she's going to miss it completely. This image is critical in your social sharing. It's very critical. So many campaigns just go, oh, okay, I can do that. And they put in a basic image that is a marketing kind of image, and they worry about the 20% text rule because of Facebook. It's not an ad. You can put as much text in here as you want inside the image. This is not an ad. Now, it says run bottle, slosh and noise-free hydration for runners. Great. You're trying, again, this feels like an ad. It doesn't feel like a contest or an early access. Why doesn't the image say, get early access to the most incredible sports bottle you ever saw? That would tend to make me stop. Free. The word free, and I know Facebook doesn't want you to use the word free, okay? There are some rules, but again, this is not an ad. This is somebody sharing on their social timeline an image. That's all it is. Okay? But this image is critical This image is 25% of the results of your campaign. If this doesn't work, nobody's going to sign up because nobody's going to stop. You can have 10,000 people share it. If people don't stop, you're going to get 0 leads from that. This image is critical. Wilcode never talks enough about this. This is Mitch's. Again, I've run over 100 campaigns, over 300,000 leads in my background. I am not a complete total expert that can change things on a dime, but I can tell you that this image won't stop anybody. Okay. All right. And then it says apply now to become a test pilot. I don't want to be a test pilot. A test pilot flies planes. I know you're potentially trying to be, maybe you're trying to be cute or something, but I don't know that the words test pilot are helping you out in this situation either. And get early access. Early access to me could imply I got to pay something. Your messaging here is totally off base. It doesn't reflect what your offer is. It's not helping people understand what your offer is. When they get to your landing page, they're not going to understand your offer. Mike, you're just all over the place. And this will apply, by the way, some of this stuff will apply to your offer on your it's not Kickstarter, where are you doing, what's the name of the site? Think of the name. But you got to be able to convince people that this, in a short period of time, that this is the greatest freaking thing since sliced bread. And it sounds pretty cool. When I watched the video, I was like, oh, that sounds cool. It doesn't rattle. It doesn't make sloshing noises. I don't have to tip my head up. That was like, holy cow, that's a major difference. None of that's showing up in here, other than inside those videos. You got to be shouting this stuff to the world. You got to get people to understand how radically different this is. And what it's coming across so far as lukewarm, I don't understand what the offer is, and I don't totally understand until I spend time looking at it that this is a game changer. Why don't you say, get early access to the most revolutionary water bottle you have ever seen in your life? Put some freaking marketing words in here, Mike. I mean, that landing page is just kind of ho-hum. Get people to understand. You gotta grab them right off the bat to get them to understand that this is so radically different they have to have it. The whole purpose of this marketing campaign is to get them to understand quickly that this is a radical difference. I'm trying to think of a different example, but everybody's got a smartphone in front of them. They understand what the value of this is. You have to convince everybody. I've seen 10,000 runners' water bottles. If you don't convince me yours is the best water bottle that's going to change the world, I am scrolling on by. You got 3 seconds to get my attention, and your landing page is a snoozer. I'm not trying to be mean here, but this is your job. Your job is to convince people to sign up to this campaign, that they have to have this, and they've got to get their friends. They want to be the person that's chosen to be in this campaign. They want to be free early access to this. They want to help change the world. But none of this is convincing anybody that that's the goal. You could rock this thing. You could be getting tens of thousands of people here, but your marketing message is, I'm not trying to be mean, but it's boring. It is not clear. You're not clearly identifying the value of this. You're not shouting to the rooftops that this is going to change the runner's world. That's what you got to do. Okay? Does that help? I hope it helps. I'm really excited about this product. Now that I've sat and thought about it, now that I understand the difference, but your landing page is not doing that for me. I'll go back. New. Paste. Put this in the right place. My mouse has got cat hair all over it. This top section has to be jump up and down exciting. Now, you did say the world's first slosh and noise-free bottle for runners. Let's go back and say this is an incredible revolution. This is going to change the way you run. You're going to have better completion times if you're in a race. You're going to be so much more, your training is going to be easier. You're going to be a superstar marathoner, blah, blah, blah. Some kind of words that get people really freaking excited. You're started, the world's first slosh and noise-free bottle, but you got to shout it. You got to convince people right here that their world is going to change. And right now, what it says, apply to be a test pilot and get early access. I don't understand. I don't even know why. This has got to grab me. Spend 2 days working on this. And like I said, the same thing. What's the name of the thing? Indiegogo. That's the one. Your marketing when you launch on Indiegogo better be some kick-ass stuff. Because otherwise people aren't going to understand the offer. You got 3 to 5 seconds to get them to understand how this is going to change their world. Once you got them to stay and listen, you can spend all the time you want to explain the offer. But you gotta grab them and get them really energized and excited about it. And you have that opportunity. You potentially have this rock star thing, but so far you're wimping out on the marketing. That's about the best I can say without trying to hurt your feelings. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. Mike says, yes, thankful help. See? All right. I think I got a great opportunity here. I wish you the best. I hope that you can make this better. If you have a second take on it and want me to look at it, I will be happy to do that. All right. Happy. Okay, so let me go to let's see, we're 40 minutes in. 40 minutes, let's see. I gotta, because I did not open the link. And by the way, this is the kind of stuff that we look at inside the Movers Mastermind. I know I'm plugging the Movers Mastermind, but my gosh, I want people to grow and change, and this is the kind of stuff we do. We look at a campaign in depth. We look way deep at wording, copy, images, the entire process, the campaign. Once the campaign's running, we look at the stats. We see who's buying it and who's not buying it, but buying the marketing. Who's converting? Why are they not converting? Let's look at some details. We do all of that inside the Movers Mastermind. All right. That's what happens when you open your own page in really big font. All right. Tom asked for his campaign. I'm going to try to do this really fast because we've already spent 40 minutes looking at something. All right, so Tom. Now, Mike, this is effective. I've got some issues with the start, but this would make a great Facebook sharing image. Win a 3-course meal for 2 worth over 500, and I've forgotten what R stands for. Not rubles, but I don't think it's rupees, but maybe it's whatever. $500. This section, I can't highlight it, but this would make right here a great Facebook sharing image. There's too much over here for a great sharing image. You want it more of just like this. But it's clear, to the point, and understandable. What's missing from this as a landing page is where. Where is this? What restaurant is it? What city, what state is it? What country? I don't know where it is. Why would I click on the enter now? I don't have any idea where this is, Tom. I still don't know. Enter your details to stand a chance to win. I personally don't care for those words. I'm sort of understanding because you're not the R, whatever. If that's India, it might be rupees. Please forgive me for not understanding. But there's no information here. It does say copyright Dahlia on Regent. I don't know what that is. Is that the name of the restaurant? Is that a place? I don't know what that is. I know some people will understand that, but I don't. And so there's not enough information here. I'm going to scroll down. See now. But again, you're putting this information above the fold, as they say. I don't have enough information to sign up. Does that force me to scroll down? Yes. But it also takes many people that don't understand the offer to go, I don't understand what this is. Right off the bat, you've got 3 seconds, if that much, for people to understand what the offer is before they decide whether they're going to stick around and learn more or not. This top of the page does not do it. Not for me. All right, so this is obviously the name of a restaurant or a hotel or something. Has reopened its doors to the public, and we are celebrating by giving away a meal for 2. Prize includes enter now. I still don't know where you are. Hurry, nothing lasts forever. Competition closes in. I'm okay with countdown timers. That's okay. I still don't know where you are. Why are you not telling me anything about the restaurant? You're making the assumption that people understand who this is and what this is for. Now, I can hear Tom in the background. Tom's saying something. Let me listen. Oh, Tom says, well, we're only going to put people here on the landing page who know what the name of the restaurant is and where it is, and we're not going to send this out. We're going to target ads on Facebook. The only people that are going to show up on this page are people that already understand the offer. They already understand the name of the restaurant. They already understand that. And I say, sorry, Tom, that is not true. The joy of UpViral is that when people do social sharing, when I need to learn some non-English names, but anyway, so Betty comes in here and she signs up because she's like, holy cow, the restaurant's open. I want to win that dinner for 2. She's going to share it on her timeline. You're going to ask her to share it on her timeline. That timeline could include people from India. It could include people from the United States. It could include people from Japan. And when those people see this great social sharing image, they're going to click on it and land on your page, and they're still going to say, I don't know where this is. I'm not going to enter, and they're going to leave. And that's okay for people that are in Japan and the United States, although they did land on your page, which means you've got a hit, which means your conversion rates are going to be lower. But even the people that are in the neighborhood may not know that this is a restaurant. I always advise, if you're doing a local business, to say, potentially you could say, let's say this is in Delhi. Delhi residents, we're excited to announce that this restaurant is open again. We're giving away a 3-course meal for 2 worth over 500 rupees. But you said the name of the location and the city, and you said the name of the restaurant at the top of the thing, so that the people that land on the page go, oh, I'm close to that, I'm interested. Or they go, I'm in New York, I don't care. You got to give people enough information for them to sign up right at the top of the page, just like I told Mike. You cannot assume that the traffic you're sending knows who and what you're doing. You have to tell them. The joy of UpViral is that people are sharing your campaign all over the world. If you're a local business, your struggle is you have to identify on the sharing message, because imagine this is the social sharing message and it said, hey, people of Delhi, win a meal for two worth over $500. Then when people are scrolling on Facebook, they go, well, I don't live in India. I don't live near Delhi. I'm gone. And they don't even click on the link to come into your campaign. That is your targeting for all of the social sharing that happens inside of UpViral. You cannot do targeting like you can do targeting with a Facebook ad. You have to assume there's a whole bunch of cold traffic that is seeing your message, and you have to grab them and get their attention quickly in order to get them into your campaign, and then they will understand, hopefully, what the offer is. All right? All right, so Tom, I'm going to click on enter now. Name, PMR, mobile number. I don't want to give you my mobile number. 555-1212. Congratulations, you are now entered. See? Thank you for doing that. That's what I want to see. Congratulations, you're entered. Something like that implies that their email is now registered to win. Gain more entries to increase your chances. You have 2 entries. Okay. Get your friends to sign up using your unique referral link. Every time someone signs up, you'll receive an additional 20 entries. Make this bigger. Highlight this whole sentence from every time. Make that big bold letters. You've got this. Get your entries and more chances to win. But this 20 entries should be the biggest thing on the page. Okay, not the biggest, but one of the biggest. Or at least biggest in this section. Because that's where the gold is. That's what you want people doing. You could say, imagine you and your friend having dinner. Maybe, there's some wording that you could do there. Click the buttons below to easily share your social media platforms. You know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to click this and see what this says. And for those of you who watch me regularly, what will I say about this image? Anybody? Bueller? All right, we got about 8 minutes. I want to try to keep this short. Short, an hour. Let's see, how many of you are actually out there? There are still a bunch of you out there. Anybody have any comments? What am I going to say about this image? All right. I know there's a delay. I know you don't want to chat. You just want to hear what I have to say. This is a very pretty image. This is a very nice image. The image does not scream, stop scrolling. Delhi residents, you could win a great free dinner for 2. Doesn't say that. All it says is this is a restaurant and I'm scrolling on by. I am scrolling. This image, if you watched me talk about Mike's campaign, this image is critical. This image has to stop people in their tracks. Put big bold letters. Delhi residents, whatever the name of the city is, win dinner for 2. We are open again. big, bold letters. Stop people from scrolling. You don't have to worry about the 20% text rule. It does say down here, win a 3-course meal for 2. All right? But they don't, the first thing people see is that image. If they don't want to read more, they're not going to read this. They're going to scroll past. This image has to stop them. These words are okay, but this has to stop them. And please do a custom domain. You get a custom domain for every, even the starter plan. Pardon me. Inside the starter plan, you can do a custom domain. And I should pay attention because you do have that. If I pull this down, this link says Dahlia on Regent co.za. Was that New Zealand? I don't remember. No, I thought NZ is New Zealand. What's ZA? South Africa. That's what it is, right? Somebody help this ignorant American. But so what you're not doing, let me show you. Where's my UpViral? Do I have my UpViral open? I do. When you are doing a custom domain, make sure, let's see, this is not one that has a custom domain. Yes, it is. Even if you're doing a widget, make sure that you go into the Advanced tab and your referral tracking domain, this one right here, can you see that? Yes. Make sure this is your custom domain. You created it inside of the general settings, but inside your campaign you have to set this and you have to set this both to your custom domain. If you're only using a widget, you still have this option for referral tracking domain, and you can set that to your custom domain. But you obviously haven't done that because this referral link is UpViral. So Tom, make sure you do that. Change that setting, because you do have your custom domain up here, but you don't have it in here. So that's that particular setting inside of UpViral. All right. So this is a great start. It probably will work for you. A couple of tweaks will make it a bit better. You will have better conversions because people understand where you're coming from. I think that on the landing page you could do more talking about the value of the restaurant. I'll give you a quick example of, if you go to demosafari.giveawayrocket.com, you'll see my Safari demo, and for Mike, this is one of the templates that UpViral has. I put a video. I need to get rid of the video because I don't like the video. But enter to win, Sanctuary Safari, and worth up to blah blah blah. What we talked about was pain points, blah blah blah. But notice down here below the fold, and I know, Mike, you were going that direction, but there is a whole bunch of information down here. And Tom, for your restaurant, you could do this as well. Below the fold, have photos of people in the restaurant. You started there. Have information about what the meals are. Have some reviews. Have a whole bunch of information. Give them more info about how exciting the restaurant is. Not everybody's going to scroll down this far, but those that do will be more motivated because they will feel better about your offer. They will, you can do this inside a typical UpViral form. You don't have to just be limited what their simple template shows you to do, is my main point. All right. So, Tom, I did squeeze it in. Thank you for your asking for a review. Hopefully that serves you. Mike, hopefully that serves you. If anybody has any questions, please let me know really quickly, because I do want to wrap this up, but I always want to answer questions. if I have the opportunity. So let me know. Why is it switching to the wrong... Why is it switching to the wrong camera first? That I don't know. I do appreciate all of you being here. Again, if you are interested, if I have helped you in any way, shape, or form, and you are interested in the... I still have to fix that. It posts the wrong link. If you go to giveawayrocket.com/join, you can find out more information about my Movers Mastermind. And you can be growing your business, improving your campaigns that you have started. It is for experts as well as beginners, because we do talk strategy, we do talk long-term planning, we do talk all kinds of stuff. If you are seriously interested in growing your email list, and which, if you're in any kind of business, you should be growing your email list, the Movers Mastermind is the place to do that. It is, and Mike, you talked about earlier with me of, well, can I join for a month and then leave? Sure, you can. But I think the long-term joy of the Movers Mastermind will convince you that it's worth sticking around. And Lenny, who's here, hi Lenny. Basically, it's, if you want to put it that way, you're getting unlimited help. I normally charge $100 an hour, sometimes $200 an hour depending upon the client. You get sort of unlimited access to me for $97 a month. After I get 2 more people to sign up, it's going to be $197 a month, and it's still going to be an incredible bargain, because I mean that's 2 hours worth of my time if you were paying for me as a consultant. And you will get, I think I figured out, what did I figure? So yesterday's meeting, by the way, was 4 hours. We went 4 hours. We go until all the questions are answered. You don't have to stay for 4 hours. But if, on an average, we're doing 6 hours a week, that's 24 hours a month that you have one-on-one access to me and all of my knowledge for $97 a month. Is incredibly cheap. Don't have to show up to every meeting, but you have the opportunity to ask me questions in a one-on-one and in a one group. It's a group format, right? It's not just me and you. But as Lenny's trying to tell you, generally we take about, 30 minutes per person to answer all their questions when they show up. All right, thanks for tuning in. Lenny, always thank you for being here and being my backer. I love all of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for tuning in. I will catch you again very soon. Don't forget to tune in to the Copilot shows on Tuesdays. This coming Tuesday is Q&A session, so you have a chance to get access to me again on Tuesday. We will talk to you again soon. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let me send you out. Let's try a different one this time. Bye.
Mitch has done really well.
Works.
Mitch,
Not
this
working.
is not okay. You need to
There
leave.
it goes.
That was definitely an e-ticket.
It's supposed to
Mitch,
put up
good
a
to hear
black
from you.
screen so you don't see me.
We cannot sit on this information.
Thank you, Lenny.